Hi friends, welcome to Bible Stories with Nina. I'm Nina, and today we will continue to explore the exciting book of Genesis. Last time, we began the story of Joseph, who was sold to merchants as a slave by his own brothers. Let's continue and see what happens next. After Joseph was sold off by his brothers, the merchants took him to a land called Egypt. In this land, he was sold to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. He was taken to his house to work as a servant. God was with him, and so he was blessed by God in everything he touched, and all he did prospered. Potiphar noticed his success and put Joseph in charge of his house. So, his house also prospered because of him. One day, Potiphar's wife asked Joseph to do that which was not right. Because Joseph loved God, he refused to do what she was asking him to do. This made her very angry, and so she started to accuse Joseph of doing something he did not do. When Potiphar arrived home, she told him a lie about Joseph. What Potiphar had made him very angry with him, and he threw him in prison. Although a bad thing had happened to Joseph, God was still with him, and he blessed Joseph, even in the prison, and he was put in charge of the prison by the prison keeper. Some time later, Pharaoh's chief butler and chief baker were thrown in prison for making Pharaoh angry. Joseph was put in charge of them. One night, they both had a dream and told Joseph about them. The chief butler said, "I dreamt that I could see a vine in front of me. The vine had 3 branches and the branches began to bud. The buds grew into grapes. In my hand, I was holding Pharaoh's cup. I took the grapes, pressed them, and poured the wine into the cup. I put the cup in Pharaoh's hand." God told Joseph what the dreams meant, and he told the chief butler that he would be forgiven by Pharaoh. He would be restored to his position as a butler to serve Pharaoh again in 3 days. This made the butler extremely happy. But Joseph asked him to remember him while he was taken back to serve Pharaoh. Seeing that the interpretation was good, the chief baker also told Joseph his dream. "I had 3 white baskets upon my head, one on top of the other. The basket at the top was full of baked food in it for Pharaoh, but the birds started to eat it. What does my dream mean?" Joseph told him that he would not be forgiven by Pharaoh, and in 3 days he would be put to death. Amazingly, in 3 days, what Joseph had told them came to pass. The chief butler was restored, but the chief baker was put to death. We serve an amazing God who is able to understand and do anything. Only God could have told Joseph the meanings of those dreams. So if you are faced with a problem or you are not able to understand something, for example, your schoolwork, pray and ask God to help you. He knows everything. It is time for me to go, but I will see you next time for the next story. Goodbye.